Did you know that most people never invest simply because they think they don't have enough money to start? But here's the truth. Turning a modest amount like $1,000 into $10,000 isn't just possible. It's been achieved by countless people, even complete beginners. The difference between those who successfully grow their money and those who remain stuck isn't luck, it's strategy. In fact, many of today's most successful investors started with surprisingly small amounts and multiplied their wealth by following a structured, disciplined approach. In this video, I'll share with you exactly how you can replicate their success. By the end, you'll understand precisely how to invest your first $1,000 step by step to realistically reach the $10,000 milestone, even if you have no prior investing experience. So, if you've been putting off investing because it feels too complex, intimidating, or out of reach, this is your chance to finally change your financial future. Investing often seems daunting at first. You might be wondering, where do I even begin? Stocks, crypto, mutual funds, or something else entirely? The answer isn't exactly a secret, but it's also not as obvious as most people assume. Many beginners get excited and immediately jump into high-risk investments like cryptocurrencies or speculative stocks, dreaming of quick riches. Unfortunately, that's exactly how most lose money and become discouraged. The reality is that successful investing, especially when starting with just $1,000, requires clear, proven strategies and realistic expectations. To illustrate this clearly, let me introduce you to Alex, a 26-year-old investor who began his journey with exactly $1,000. Alex had no previous financial market knowledge, no advisor, and no special connections. He was simply determined to make his money work smarter. Instead of chasing risky overnight successes, Alex took the time to learn something crucial. Investing isn't about short-term luck. It's about patiently building consistent growth through calculated decisions. Today, Alex's initial investment has far surpassed $10,000, simply because he stuck faithfully to a proven process. But how exactly did Alex achieve this? What precise steps and investment methods did he use to accomplish it? That's exactly what I'm going to reveal in the next part of this video. By the end, you'll have the exact strategy you need to confidently take your first step towards growing your $1,000 into $10,000, or even beyond. Once you've set clear financial goals, the next crucial step is choosing the right investments that can reliably grow your initial $1,000 into $10,000. The key to success isn't about chasing the hottest trends or picking individual stocks based on rumors. It's about consistency, smart choices, and patience. The first decision you must make is selecting the type of investment that suits your goals and risk tolerance best. For beginners, this usually means starting with something simple yet effective, such as exchange-traded funds, better known as ETFs. ETFs are powerful because they allow you to instantly diversify your investment. Rather than investing all your money into one or two companies, a single ETF can spread your $1,000 across hundreds or even thousands of different stocks or bonds. This significantly reduces your risk, since your returns won't depend on the performance of just one or two stocks. Instead, you benefit from the overall growth of an entire market or sector. To make this clearer, let's look at a practical example. If you invest your $1,000 into a broad market ETF, like one tracking the S&P 500, your investment automatically gains exposure to 500 of America's largest and most stable companies. Historically, this index has averaged around 8 to 10% annual returns over the past several decades. That might not sound spectacular at first glance, but it's consistent. And consistency is key to turning your initial investment into significant wealth. But how exactly does this steady 8 to 10% annual return turn your $1,000 into $10,000? It all comes down to the power of compound interest, the cornerstone of successful investing. With compounding, your investment doesn't just grow based on the initial amount. Instead, every year your gains begin generating their own additional profits. Think of it this way. If your $1,000 grows 10% the first year, you now have guaranteed $100. The next year, you earn 10% not only on your original $1,000, but also on that extra $100 you've already earned. Over multiple years, this snowball effect can significantly accelerate your wealth growth. Now, maybe you're thinking, that's great, but can compounding alone realistically get me to $10,000 from $1,000? The honest answer is it can, but it's much faster and more effective when you consistently add smaller amounts over time. Even just investing an extra $50 or $100 each month alongside your original $1,000 investment drastically accelerates your progress. For example, investing $100 per month into an ETF that returns around 10% annually would turn your initial $1,000 into more than $10,000 in under 6 years. This isn't magic, it's simple math, and it's achievable by virtually anyone. Now, what if you want to accelerate this process even further? That's where strategic risk-taking comes in. While keeping the majority of your portfolio safely diversified in ETFs, you might choose to allocate a smaller portion, perhaps 10 to 20%, to growth-oriented opportunities, such as carefully selected individual stocks or even cryptocurrencies. For instance, consider investors who placed a portion of their portfolios in companies like Tesla or Nvidia early on. Those who invested even modest amounts saw their initial investments skyrocket, significantly boosting their total returns. But remember, selecting these winning stocks involves research, patience, and a willingness to handle volatility. The key is balance, maintaining a safe, steady core with ETFs while also taking calculated, well-informed risks with smaller amounts to maximize potential returns. This combination is powerful, and it's exactly how many successful investors accelerate their path from $1,000 to $10,000 and beyond. In the final part of this guide, I'll share precisely how you can manage, rebalance, and protect your growing portfolio to ensure you actually hit that $10,000 goal, and avoid the common pitfalls that sabotage most new investors. Keep watching, because understanding these critical points will truly set you apart from everyone else who tries and fails. Now you've got your investment started, but the journey doesn't end there. In fact, this next step, managing your investment, is just as critical as choosing where to invest. Without proper management, even the best strategies can fail. Managing your investments doesn't have to be complicated or intimidating. The key is consistency, discipline, and a clear process that ensures you stay on track toward your goal of turning $1,000 into $10,000. Here's how you can do it effectively and easily. One of the most important things successful investors do is rebalance their portfolio regularly. Over time, your investments will grow at different rates, some faster, some slower. This can leave your portfolio out of balance, either too risky or too conservative compared to your initial plan. Regularly rebalancing, usually once or twice per year, ensures your portfolio maintains the right mix of stability and growth. Here's an example of how rebalancing works practically. Imagine your original plan allocated 80% of your money to safe ETFs and 20% to higher risk investments like individual stocks or crypto. Over a year, your higher risk investments might grow significantly faster, causing your allocation to shift to 30% or even 40% risky investments. While this seems good initially, it increases your risk significantly. Rebalancing means you sell a portion of these higher risk assets that performed well and reinvest that money back into stable ETFs, locking in profits and maintaining a balanced portfolio. The second crucial management strategy is dollar cost averaging. Instead of investing sporadically, successful investors consistently invest fixed amounts at regular intervals like monthly. By doing this, you naturally buy more shares when prices are low and fewer when they're high. Over time, this strategy significantly reduces the average price you pay for your investments and improves your overall returns. It also helps eliminate emotional investing decisions, which are typically harmful to long-term growth. Speaking of emotional investing, this is perhaps your greatest challenge on the journey from $1,000 to $10,000. The most successful investors are those who stay calm and disciplined, even when the market is turbulent. It's tempting to panic sell when markets crash or rush in aggressively when prices soar. But these emotional decisions almost always sabotage your progress. Instead, remind yourself of your strategy and timeline, just like Alex from our earlier example. His calm, disciplined approach allowed him to steadily build wealth, even during tough economic times. Lastly, it's crucial to regularly track your progress. This doesn't mean obsessing daily over every small fluctuation. Instead, simply check your portfolio every quarter or twice a year. This helps you catch any drift from your initial goals, allowing you to make minor adjustments without overreacting to short-term events. If you find you're slightly off track, maybe increase your monthly contribution slightly or adjust your risk profile. These small adjustments keep you steadily progressing toward your goal. Let's quickly summarize what we've covered. Start with diversified ETFs. Consistently contribute. Carefully add growth-focused investments. Regularly rebalance your portfolio. And remain disciplined emotionally. This straightforward process is exactly how thousands of investors have successfully multiplied their money. If you're serious about multiplying your wealth, start today. Check out my previous video for more strategies, and let me know in the comments below what investing topic you'd like me to cover next. Remember, every day you delay is a day your money isn't growing. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now.